Hi, this is Jundo. Welcome to Tree Leaf. Our subject today is awakening, enlightenment, satori, or what I see as some common fallacies and mistaken views about those things. But of course, I may be unenlightened about enlightenment. I mean, opinions can vary. There are many schools of Buddhism, many schools of Eastern philosophy that will interpret enlightenment in many different ways. So, take what I say with a grain of salt. But I'll tell you this, the opinions I'm going to express here are so valuable to me, I don't even care if they're wrong. They work. And more than that, I really think they're right. That's why I'm sitting here talking about them. But, just take it as one teacher's view. What are some common fallacies about enlightenment? I'm going to talk about this over the next few weeks. And, you don't have to agree with me on all of it. Well, really, you should. But that's another story. The first subject today is from my own Soto Zen tradition, Master Dogen's famous description of his moment of awakening as dropping body and mind, or as I prefer, dropping body-mind, because in our view, body and mind are not two. What did Master Dogen mean by that? Well, opinions will vary even within my own Soto school. But I'll tell you this, I've got a hunch, and I think it's a good one. Now, there was a movie about Master Dogen's life that came out just a while back. It was called Zen. And in that, they depicted this moment of enlightenment as, well, I think they had some cheesy, cheap special effects. With all due respect to the Soto school of Japan that was involved in making that movie. What were they thinking or not thinking? Suddenly Master Dogen lifted off on a flying pink lotus leaf, spinning in the sky like some wild acid trip. To me, that's not it. He didn't leave this world. He found this world. He was this world in life. You know, some people hear this expression, dropping body and mind, and they think it must be some kind of state of disembodied consciousness. You know, like those Star Trek episodes where there's just a consciousnness that kind of fills the galaxies without a body. Or like one of those horror movies where it's just a head without a body. No! For me, Master Dogen found his self as he dropped his self. Now let me explain what that means. My view, as I see it, is incredibly logical. Because what does the self do in Buddhist philosophy? It's a big troublemaker. It makes demands for how it wants things. It's disappointed when things are not like that. It's attached to things it wants to hold on to. It pushes away things it doesn't like, things it has aversions to. It's constantly separating itself from everything it considers not the world. It worries about the future. It regrets the past. The solution? Reverse the process. That is awakening, because when the self is put out of a job and all that stuff the self does is dropped away, that's the meaning of body and mind is dropped away, because the hard border between the self and the world, that conflict, softens, fully merges, and in Shikantaza, the way of non-seeking, we find awakening by giving up the need to separate ourselves from reality. We drop the attractions, we drop the aversions, we drop the past, the future, and just sit with what is. And the result? The self is out of a job. The judgments stop. The separation stops. The walls come tumbling down. And instead of leaving this world or becoming some disembodied consciousness, we suddenly find that we are at one with this world, at peace with this world, and at one piece, P-E-A-C-E, and at one, P-I-E-C-E, with this world. It's all right. Master Dogen returned from China and he said, the ordinary is sacred. This life is sacred. My eyebrows are horizontal. My nose is vertical. This is the enlightenment he found. It's not an acid trip. It's not a becoming some kind of cosmic consciousness. It's not even what some people think of, just sitting there so intently that you forget the world. We have types of meditation like that. The Buddha did meditation like that, but I don't think that is what Master Dogen was referring to. I'll talk about this when I talk about the Buddha too. I think when he saw the North Star, he realized the North Star is just perfectly just what it is, and it is him, and it is life, and it is the world. And that is awakening, dropping body and mind. And if I'm wrong, I'll keep it anyway, because that's a dandy way to be and live in this world that is just who we are. Shall we sit with that?